and wide out. Then Flapjacks together with Smidgen. They're not far off that minor issue. Then Violent, followed further back in the field by Cotton Hall. Jaya's Celestial Body, further back behind them, Balmahar, then on a code, and Smart Alex was a long last.
10 Pro now, 18-20 Super Town.
Quite cold now at Caulfield, some very threatening black clouds. The last at Caulfield, and Gentleman Jack began well, headed off immediately by Graceful Encounter. Chenwood and Rembetic are away quickly, and Siobhan slotting in about 5th or 6th, and they're followed further back in the field by Stonington going forward. Sport Circuit out wider, and then Dancing Sculptor. Sailor's Courage towards the end in company with Jet Lag, Royal Caliph and Melos is last of all. Rembetic has worked up on the outside and is dicing for the lead with Gentleman Jack. They go into the back together. Stonington trapped out wide in 3rd place. Graceful Encounter over on the inside, and Sport Circuit is deep too. About a length further back is Siobhan running about 6th on the inside, and then Dancing Sculptor. A neck to Chenwood, a length and a half to Royal Caliph. Sailor's Courage, Jet Lag is around him, and Melos is last of all. They're going helter-skelter in front. They're inside the 1,000 metres. Rembetic are on the outside of Gentleman Jack. A length and a half away 3rd, Stonington, followed by Graceful Encounter running 4th. Back behind it then came Sport Circuit outside Siobhan. Dancing Sculptor off the track, followed by Chenwood, Royal Caliph, Jet Lag, Sailor's Courage, and 2 lengths to Melos. Heading to the 600 metres now, and Rembetic drawing about a half length in front of Gentleman Jack, who's hard ridden to be there. In 3rd placing, Stonington from Graceful Encounter, who's been on the pace with good cover all the way, running 4th in the red cap. Then Dancing Sculptor answering pressure around the outside, followed by Chenwood coming into it, and then Jet Lag as they corner, and Rembetic first for home. Graceful Encounter's out to have a crack at it now. Rembetic led Graceful Encounter, and then Stonington 3rd, and Royal Caliph running on fairly. Rembetic the leader near the 200. Graceful Encounter's trying hard and coming home. Rembetic from Graceful Encounter, and Royal Caliph through in the middle. Rembetic tackled by Graceful Encounter and Royal Caliph. Rembetic Graceful Encounter. Graceful Encounter goes home the best and wins. Graceful Encounter. A photo for the minors, Royal Caliph and Rembetic. A gap behind them 4th, then Stonington. Graceful Dancing Sculptor, followed further back by Melos, who made ground from the rear. Siobhan and Chenwood, and then Sailor's Courage, and back behind them Gentleman Jack towards the end, trailed by Sports Circuit and Jet Lag. Stand by for numbers. Graceful Encounter coming home the better. Ridden by Damien Oliver will get the money. Not much between Royal Caliph and Rembetic, who got worried sick in the early part. Number 6, the winner, Graceful Encounter, ridden by Damien Oliver. Number 2, second, Royal Caliph, ridden by Pat Ferris, and Rembetic, 3rd, ridden by Matthew Gatt. Well, I think there's a couple of things to come from the race. One, Rembetic probably should have won it. Graceful Encounter was having the sweet seat just behind them, whilst Rembetic was doing all the work up in front. And the other point is, I think Royal Caliph is ready to win one of these. He takes a few runs to get him right. He's now had 4 runs back in, and
8, and it is Hockney. He nearly dislodged Darren Gauchi. Gauchi was up in the air for a couple of seconds. Hockney has stalled the start. He's off and going, and well, he's going to be a chance of being a late scratching, I would imagine. At the moment, Gauchi fighting against him, trying to ease him down, Hockney. Now this is a problem. Alavana at $8.40, Padstow at $18.40. We've missed a couple there, but we've got most of them. Rebel Rock's back in the gate, and they're all set to jump. Mithranda, Alavana stood up well. Kidlat moving about, winner of a morning handicap. Set this time, they're racing. Natois was slow to go and little loose of a drop back with Padstow and Revenue Razor after the start. Samboa flew the gates. He went to the front. Kidlat rushing up around Rebel Rock. They were followed by A Point, beautifully positioned outside of Natois, speeding up on his inside. 2 lengths to Sovereign State, Antiquity, Alavana the fence, then Mithranda, Cedo, Royal getting back with Batwing. They were followed well out of his ground, Little Lucifer, Padstow, then Jewel Photon and Revenue Razor last of all. Coming up to the 700 metres mark, and Samboa, the NZ, flying along 2 lengths to Kidlat. A length and a half to Rebel Rock. A Point is beautifully poised from Natois, Sovereign State. 2 lengths away and chasing, 3 lengths to Antiquity. They were followed by Mithranda, Cedo, Royal White. wide is Batwing. Alavana on the fence. Further back is Little Lucifer as they turn the bend from Revenue Razor. Sam Bower in front. Sam leads the way at the 350. Kidlat on the outside. Rebel Rock now putting in his claim. A point on the outside, taking an eternity to wind up from Sovereign State and Etoile. Sam Bower is giving plenty below the 150. He's over a length in front. Rebel Rock, a pointer, trying very hard. Rebel Rock's coming at Sam Bower. Sam Bower stopping, a point lunging. He'll get up a point. He grabs them in the shadows to win. A point gives Larry Cassidy 4 for the day and wins from Sam Bower and Rebel Rock. They were followed by Sovereign State, Antiquity, Kidlat, Etoile, Batwing, then Padstow. Further back, Jewel Photon, Little Lucifer. Alavana was well back with Mythranda, Revenue Razor and Ceto Royal last home.
Terry Bailey, your caller today at Rosehill Gardens, his first slipper, great job, and 1-4-6 the numbers in the last with Larry Cassidy.
From better than $6 to $5.10, and they're off. And it looked a pretty good dispatch too, with one exception, and that was Fairway Choice, who missed it by a couple, and Nailem. The horse in question went to the front with Keep on Top pushing through, and so is Maranka Spirit, and there's Lady Woodrow getting around them. Gee, there's a charge to the turn. They go by the 1,200 metres. March Militair's up there, so is Ben Lewin, so is Sovereign Countess, and Oakstream had to check out of it. It was getting a bit tight. Over on the inside is Amy J. Star as they string a little now. Further back in the field, Lovers Lookout outside of Delbra from Castabon, Sleight of Slipper, followed by Hot Capers, Star of Spies. Depeche Mode was further back, followed by Jumbled, well back third last. Princely Guy second last, and last of all is, as they move down the side, Fairway Choice. With 900 or 700, I should say, to travel, Lady Woodrow steadies down the side. From in second position, moving up on the outside there is March Militaire. Third is Nailem. It's right up there in the thick of things. This horse going for the big win for one punter. Behind them, Ben Lewin. Oakstream to the outside runs on from Keep on Top, held up. In behind those, Sovereign Countess and also Amy J. Star, Delbra, then Depeche Mode, Sleight of Slipper, and wider out on the track was Hot Capers, followed by Castabon, and Jumbled out deep. Nailem goes to be a leader, but Oakstream grabbed it quickly. Down to the 200, it's Oakstream, a half, three-quarters in front of Nailem, coming back on the inside. Oakstream is drifting out under pressure. She's still in front, and here's Star of Spies slipping along the rail. Oakstream in front from Star of Spies. Oakstream wins it. Star of Spies second. Third, I think, is Jumbled running on again. Depeche Mode followed further back then by Sovereign Countess, all in a line. Then Ben Lewin and Nailem not far off them, but the Fortune 8 jackpots again. Further back then, Delbra running on with Hot Capers, Sleight of Slipper. Then came behind those Castabon, March Militaire, and they were followed then by Keep on Top, Princely Guy, Amy J. Star, and the last two in were Fairway Choice and Lady Woodrow. And hang on, we're missing one. Maranka Spirit was distanced. Just pulling up now. Oakstream has won the last.